El Centro.
I'm Kayla Burton with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Jets will begin their season without Zach Wilson under center. Head coach Robert Saleh says his young franchise quarterback will likely be out until at least week 4 as he recovers from knee surgery. Joe Flacco will now start Sunday against his old team, the Ravens. Flacco's replacement in Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, says Friday is his deadline for a new deal with the team before he ends negotiations for the season. Jackson did add there have been talks this week. The Bills and tight end Dawson Knox did get a deal done, agreeing to a 4-year extension worth $53.6 million. Niners tight end George Kittle was a surprising scratch from practice due to a groin injury. Cardinals defensive end J.J. Watt and Packers wideout Allen Lazard were also sidelined, while Saints wideout Michael Thomas was limited at practice following ankle surgery. When asked if Thomas is playing Sunday, head coach Dennis Allen would only say, quote, "We'll see." This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation and discreet shipping if prescribed. Love your results or your money back. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
I think I mentioned we are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO El Centro, California. Happy day. It is a Thursday, the 8th day of September 2022. Let's celebrate what we can. Good morning, Gene. I can't see you through the clouds.
Yeah, that's just about the short of it.
Yeah,
for sure.
We saw a good deal of lightning off to the southwest this morning, and don't have any reports as to whether we got some rain that direction.
Oh, really? Okay, southwest up there.
Yeah, out towards Mount Signal.
Mount Signal area, yes.
Yeah. So
well, it's always a possibility.
Yeah, and it's in the forecast, and we can blame K.
Yeah, we can blame somebody, that's for sure.
Sure. Well, we could always blame Jim Christopherson.
Yeah, Jim, you want to defend your reputation?
Okay. Well, at the theaters, I have not seen this. Okay, first off, I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan, but Top Gun Maverick topped the weekend box office again, and now the 5th highest rating, highest grossing film ever. And you know, people that have seen the show say it is the most realistic Tom Cruise film ever. We understand mechanics taped wood blocks to the pedals so he could actually fly the plane this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, or he believed, or he imagined, he
Yes.
dreamed, something like that.
I suppose. Anyway, and new study out.
I like these studies.
The study says walking between 3,800 steps and 9,800 steps daily significantly reduces an older person's risk of dementia. So, if you want Grandpa to remember where his keys are, just keep hiding them.
If you want to help him, or if you want to remember where his keys
Yes. Okay, you ready for birthdays?
Birthdays, we have some.
Remember ventriloquist Willie Tyler with his little buddy Lester?
Yeah.
We had him at the fair. He's 82 today.
That's been a while ago.
Okay, singer Sal Valentino of the Beau Brummels is 80. And actor Heather Thomas is 65. And, bass player David Steele of Fine Young Cannibals, 62. Actor Thomas Kretschmann is 60. And let's see, actor David Arquette, 51. Actor Martin Freeman, 51. Actor Lorenz Tate, 47. Actor Nathan Cordray, 45. Pink is 43. Actor Jonathan Taylor Thomas is 41. He was on Home Improvement. I don't know if he's done anything since the TV show.
Hopefully he's just counting his money.
I suppose residuals pay. Actor Gaten Matarazzo is 20. We got local birthdays. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
They're coming up.
Did you know fixing outdoor leaks can save 27 to 90 gallons of water per day? Even tiny leaks can be huge water wasters. Conserving water starts with a few simple water-saving actions at home and in your yard, like adjusting your sprinklers and adding drip irrigation so you water only where it's needed. We can all do our part to conserve water. Visit SaveOurWater.com for more water-saving tips. Save water, save California.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Amy Alvarado, Peter Michael Vasquez, Olga Cabrera, Jesse Carrillo, Jeffrey Wixon, Imelda Estrada, Dan Daniels, Yvonne Nod, Sergio Rubio, Lupita Cardenas, David Lara, Anthony Robles, Erasmo Gonzalez, Jessica Grijalva, Eric Estrada, Crystal Calderon, Alan Jesse, Clarissa Laguna, Elia Boniface, Amy Alvarado, Johnny Romero, Stephanie Dedoff, Maria Miranda, Layla Green, and the lovely and talented Fred Miramontes. Happy birthday from KXO. And let's see, we've got a lot of news coming up. We'll talk about the weather. Why not?
We'll talk about dampness.
We can do that. Expected precipitation. New study out. I love these studies.
A study on a study.
Yeah, this study found that overweight patients are more likely to disagree with their doctors. Unless, of course, their doctor is Pepper.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I can totally concur.
That's true.
So anyway, there's a 9/11 event today at IVC. We'll tell you about that coming up.
We'll talk about that, yeah, coming up.
And then Sunday, of course, is 9/11. And later in the day, George will update some of the events that are going on around the Imperial Valley in Yuma.
Well, that sounds like we've got plenty of news then.
Yeah, lots of things happening. And right now, if you're ready, we're going to jump in and take a look at World and California news headlines.
Let's go.
Brought to you this morning by your friends in the air conditioning business, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. They are your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News special report. 96-year-old Queen Elizabeth's family members rushing to her side in Scotland after Buckingham Palace announces concern for Her Majesty's health. Correspondent Vicky Barker from London.
Son and heir Prince Charles and eldest daughter Anne are already at Balmoral Castle. The Queen's other children are on their way, along with Prince William and Prince Harry, with Meghan in the UK for charity appearances.
The BBC's Nicholas Witchell.
Politicians are saying there is profound concern, and I think that is absolutely right. Hoping for the best, but let's be completely candid now, braced for the worst.
Londoners sending well wishes.
I hope she recovers.
Yeah, obviously, her, she does feel better soon.
Get well soon.
Again, family members, including Prince Charles, William, and Harry, rushing to Balmoral Castle in Scotland to be by Queen Elizabeth's side as her health takes a turn for the worse. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Rolling blackouts averted again Wednesday as another flex alert was in effect in the afternoon and evening and will be again today, this time between 3 and 10. Governor Gavin Newsom saying the nature of the heat wave is something not seen in recent history.
We had a heat dome in August 2020. It was a 2-day period, record-breaking. Usually experience this for 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 days. This thing's extending beyond a week.
Some relief from the hot weather this weekend as moisture moves in as a result of Hurricane K moving up the coast of Baja California, Mexico. The Fairview fire in Hemet nearly quadrupling in size, many residents ignoring evacuation orders.
Unfortunately, we can't go in there and physically remove them, but once people are out, we could keep them now.
Rich Cordova with CAL FIRE. About 1,000 structures in danger as another fire grows bigger. Flames spreading to nearly 6,000 acres in Placer County. Alameda County Sheriff's Deputy Devin Williams Jr. surrendering to police after 12 hours on the run. Police say he shot and killed a 42-year-old woman he may have been having an affair with, along with her husband. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
The difference between Prop 26 and Prop 27? Let's get real. Prop 26 means no permanent funding to fix homelessness, no strict regulatory oversight, no support for small disadvantaged tribes, and no protections to keep minors from betting or to prohibit gambling on youth sports. But Prop 27 is completely different. Prop 27 generates hundreds of millions towards priorities like new housing units in all 58 counties so we can get people off the streets and into housing. 27 supports non-gaming tribes, includes strict audits, and includes a Justice Department enforced ban on youth sports betting. That's why local leaders agree there's only one real choice. Yes on 27. Ad paid for by Yes on 27. Californians for Solutions to Homelessness and Mental Health Support, a coalition of housing and mental health experts, concerned taxpayers, and digital sports entertainment and gaming companies. Committee major funding from Betfair Interactive US, DBA FanDuel Sportsbook.
It's page one of the local news, page one of service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the valley to serve you. At El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Thursday morning, the Imperial County Office of Emergency Services is tracking Hurricane K. The National Weather Service has issued a flood watch for Imperial County from noon tomorrow through midnight Sunday as K is bearing down on Baja California. The National Weather Service says there is a chance of seeing over 3 inches of rainfall in 24 hours. Impacts from Hurricane K have the potential to be felt across Southern California, with Imperial County, Southeast Riverside County, and Southwestern Arizona impacted. National Weather Service says extended periods of moderate rain throughout the weekend will be capable of producing flooding. Bands of heavier rain and embedded thunderstorms will be capable of producing higher rain rates and could lead to flash flooding. According to the Imperial County Office of Emergency Services, they are working with the local cities, emergency response partners, and county departments to have resources available if needed. Well, the Brawley Police Department is cracking down. George Gale explains.
They want to make the community safer. They recently released a statement indicating their goal of making Brawley a safer place for its residents. The department said one of its focuses will be traffic enforcement. They said while that is one focus, it is just a part of the plan to increase enforcement efforts in most all aspects of their duties. They are committed to improving the safety of the community by increasing compliance with traffic laws through education and enforcement. They say the goal is to ensure the streets are safe, especially for the children walking to and from school. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News Time coming up to 6:43. 743 would be better.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Central Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
Imperial Valley College will host a 9/11 memorial ceremony today at 8:40 a.m. IVC students, faculty, and staff will gather to remember the lives that were lost on September the 11th, 2001. A flyby of a Reach helicopter is scheduled for 8:46 in the morning. The public is invited to participate. Imperial County has sent a task force of firefighters and equipment to Riverside County. The task force is made up of 5 fire engines and 1 task force leader in a command vehicle. The Imperial Valley Task Force includes cities of Hopeville, Calipatria, Torrance, Yuma, and El Centro. Each engine company is staffed with 4 firefighters. The personnel and equipment have been assigned to the Fairview fire in the Hemet area of Riverside County. The fire has claimed 2 lives and destroyed at least 7 structures, with nearly 10,000 acres burned. As of Wednesday night, the fire was only 5% contained. That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Imperial Valley to serve you. Yes, Quick Lane can install windshield wipers. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers.
It's time to amp up the fun at your San Diego County Ford dealers during the final days of the Summer Supercharged Sales Event. You still have time to lock in your order on select 2023 Ford vehicles, and we'll lock in your rate. Even if rates go up before your order comes in, you're protected. So stop by your San Diego County Ford dealers today during the final days of the Summer Supercharged Sales Event. We want your trade. Now you can also get an extra $1,000 retail bonus cash on top of all offers on the 2022 Ford Escape, Edge, Explorer, or Expedition. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Don't miss out. Now's your chance to save big on the Ford you've always wanted. Head to your San Diego County Ford dealers today to lock in your rate and save big during the final days of the Summer Supercharged Sales Event. Hurry in now. The final days are here and they'll be over before you know it. Residency restrictions apply. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by September 5th, 2022. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
Continuing with more local news, in the midst of the 4th week of the high school football competition, here's George Gale with the story.
It again has games set for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Tonight's game has Kxo at O'Farrell Charter. Friday night features Central at Otay Ranch. That game will be broadcast on Kxo AM 1230 and on the Kxo YouTube channel. Other games Friday include Calipatria versus St. Jean Lestinock. Palo Verde takes on San Jacinto Valley Academy. Brawley at Cebola. Vincent Memorial at Castle Park. There will be 2 games on Saturday. Oatville plays Cetis Mexicali and Imperial at Valley Center. The Imperial game will also be broadcast on KXO AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. Southwest has the bye. For KXO Local News, I'm Gale.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers seized nearly $3 million of fentanyl and methamphetamine in a 1-week stretch. A total of 7 seizures at the Calexico and Andrade ports of entry between August 20th and the 27th netted nearly 715 pounds of methamphetamine and 112 pounds of fentanyl. Port Director of the Calexico Ports of Entry, Rocky Casa, said our officers found a significant number of narcotics within a short period of time. This demonstrates the fierce dedication our officers have to uphold CBP's mission in protecting our nation's borders and keeping our communities safe from these dangerous drugs. Total value of the drugs is $2.8 million. Well, it's called a challenge course or an obstacle course. Here's more on that story.
It has been built in Buckley Park in El Centro. The ribbon-cutting ceremony will be held September 13th. The course is at the corner in the park, the corner of South 8th Street and Aurora. Ceremony begins at 8:30 in the morning. If you need more information, contact the City of El Centro Community Services Office. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And Carroll, have you seen the obstacle course from the road?
No, it was, there was an obstacle in my way.
In your way. Okay,
Yep.
I understand. That was a good one. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Imperial Valley Business Resource Center is a one-stop shop for business development. We provide a complete roadmap to success for startups, entrepreneurs, and small to medium-sized businesses. Our in-house services include startup assistance, workforce development, manufacturing assistance, site selection, access to capital, accounting, cash flow management, permitting assistance, government contracting, international trade, incentive analysis, and more. Contact IVBRC today at 760-353-8332 or visit ivbrc.org to get started.
Here's Carol Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, mostly cloudy skies today will allow for cooler temperatures, with tropical moisture spreading over much of the area tomorrow. A tropical system is then likely to bring fairly widespread moderate to heavy rainfall across the Imperial, Yuma, and southern Riverside counties on Friday, possibly lasting into Saturday. For Sunday into early next week, showers and thunderstorms will be fairly isolated. A significant cool down into the weekend will drop high temperatures to well below 100 degrees for much of the Imperial Valley, with slightly below normal temperatures likely persisting through the first part of next week. 104, our high yesterday, 84, the overnight low, a flood watch in effect for Imperial County. Today, it'll be cloudy with a high near 99, south wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Winds will become north in the afternoon, a 30% chance of showers. Tonight, cloudy with a low around 81. South-southeast wind 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour, a 30% chance of showers. Tomorrow, showers likely with thunderstorms also possible after 11 a.m. Some of the storms could produce heavy rain. It'll be cloudy with a steady temperature around 82 degrees. East-southeast wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting as high as 30 miles an hour. There is a 70% chance of precipitation. New rainfall amounts between 3/4 and 1 inch are possible. On Saturday, mostly cloudy with a high near 85, east wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, a 70% chance of precipitation with new rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch, except higher amounts if thunderstorms develop. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 93. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming south in the afternoon. There is a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 11 a.m. on Sunday. 86 degrees, 46% relative humidity. Wind out of the south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
Are you tired of all the clutter and junk in your house, your yard, or your business? I've got your answer. Give All Valley Junk Removal a call at 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. Yes, they'll come by and give you a free estimate on removing your junk. They do it all. Commercial junk removal, tenant cleanouts, storage cleanouts, yard cleanouts, and more. Even heavy objects. All you have to do is call All Valley Junk Removal. 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. They work 7 days a week to accommodate you. So call All Valley Junk Removal.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NFL football season opener, and we've got it on AM 1230 KXO. Buffalo Bills, Los Angeles Rams, 4:30 this afternoon. It's the opener. And Sunday, we've got the Raiders and the Chargers. That game at noon on FM 107.5. And Sunday night, it's the Buccaneers and the Cowboys right here on AM 1230 KXO. Monday night, Broncos and the Seahawks again on AM 1230 KXO.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, let's take a look at baseball. They're still playing. The Padres topped the Diamondbacks 6-3. Josh Hader picked up the save. And the Astros nipped the Rangers 4-3 in 10 innings. Royals edged the Guardians 2-1. Yankees ripped the Twins 7-1. Cardinals edged the Nationals 6-5. Reds over the Cubs 7-1. Blue Jays beat the Orioles 4-1. Phillies topped the Marlins 4-3. Rays shut out the Red Sox 1-0. Mets beat up on the Pirates 10-0. That was game 2. In game 1, the Mets beat the Pirates 5-1. In 12 innings, game 1 of a makeup doubleheader, the Yankees edged the Twins 5-4. Rockies 8, Brewers 4, Braves 7, Athletics 3, Tigers 5, Angels 4. Ohtani and Mike Trout both homered again, but the Angels lost. White Sox shaded the Mariners 9-6, and the Dodgers dumped the Giants 7-3. We've got high school football Friday night. John Dreffel and I in Chula Vista. Central takes on Otay Ranch. Saturday night, it'll be Mickey Dale, George Grijalva. They will be in San Diego at Valley Center for the Imperial Tigers game. Both games on AM 1230 KXO. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information.
I'm Tamron Hall. Why give your family just ordinary eggs when they can enjoy the best? Eggland's Best. The only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition compared to ordinary eggs. With 6 times more vitamin D, 10 times more vitamin E, 25% less saturated fat, and 38% more lutein. Because the way we care is anything but ordinary. Only Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Nerds! Here at NerdWallet, we often see people wrestle with financial decisions.
Mike is in the ring, up against his nemesis, indecision. Mike can't decide the best way to save his money, and indecision has him boxed in. But wait, Mike tagged in NerdWallet!
Oh, let's go. With NerdWallet's side-by-side comparisons, you can find a high-yield savings account with interest rates that earn more bang for your buck. So the next time you wrestle with a financial decision, you'll come out on top. NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. The European Central Bank is hiking interest rates by a record 0.75 percentage point as it scrambles to contain the inflationary fallout from Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the ensuing energy crisis. The move will take the benchmark rate for the 19 countries using the euro to 0.75%. It follows the central bank's first hike since 2011 in July. Meanwhile, Apple will unveil their new iPhone, Apple Watches, and AirPods. I can hardly wait. Yeah, well, they unveiled them yesterday. No, I'm not going to buy one. But Russians can. Russians will have the chance to buy the new Apple iPhone 14 despite the U.S. tech company having left that country, thanks to Moscow's parallel import scheme. Yeah, well, good luck. And the markets right now, everything's green. Dow up 128 points, S&P 500 up 20, NASDAQ up 64, oil up $1.01 a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
It will be cloudy today. You've noticed, huh? We'll look for a high of about 99. South wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, shifting out of the north in the afternoon. We've got a 30% chance of showers, mainly this morning. Tonight, a 30% chance of showers. It'll be cloudy with a low around 81. Southeast wind 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Tomorrow, it'll be cloudy. Look for a high of about 82. Showers are likely with thunderstorms possible. New rainfall amounts between 3/4 and 1 inch are possible as well. 87 degrees downtown El Centro. Wind out of the south-southeast 5 to 10 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, in El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best wings in town.
Burgers and Beer. What I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu. Everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
On the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Vicky Barker in London.
It's fair to say that we all have a sense that the tectonic plates are shifting.
Royal historian Catherine Pepinster, as fears grow over the health of Queen Elizabeth. Son and heir Prince Charles is already at the Queen's Scottish retreat of Balmoral. The rest of her children are on their way, along with Prince William and Prince Harry, with Meghan in the UK for charity appearances. It was just a few hours ago that Buckingham Palace released a short statement saying the 96-year-old monarch was under medical supervision amid concerns for her health. And a nation waits.
Of course, people will be hoping the Queen gets better, but she is a woman now, elderly, very elderly, and has had health issues. And I think Buckingham Palace's statement really points to how serious this now is.
Royal historian Anna Whitelock. I'm Vicky Barker in London. Now, with more CBS News, here's Steve Kathan.
Well, former Trump aide Steve Bannon arrived this morning at a courthouse in New York. Back up. He's been charged with duping donors who gave millions to a border wall group. In Las Vegas, CBS's Mark Strassman has more on a political figure who's been arrested in connection with the death of a reporter who covered him.
In a city that is hard to shock, this killing is the talk of Las Vegas. Clark County's public administrator, a man named Robert Tillis, will be in court later today to face murder charges. He allegedly killed the investigative reporter whose stories helped end his political career.
In Memphis, 4 were killed, 3 wounded in a shooting rampage that went on for hours at several different locations and had some people sheltering in place.
It's crazy. You cannot be safe in your own city, and this is terrible.
A 19-year-old suspect is in custody. Well, CBS's Chris Mavrides tells us a Canadian manhunt is over for a second suspect in a mass stabbing, one half of a brother tandem. Both are dead.
In the end, a dozen Mountie cruisers chased Miles Sanderson's stolen pickup along a rural highway about 80 miles from where this all started on Sunday. He crashed into a ditch, ending 72 hours of anxiety and terror for the province of Saskatchewan, and his death leaves police with nagging unanswered questions. The biggest one? Why?
10 people were killed in those attacks in an indigenous community. Well, CNN says one of its cornerstone anchors has died.
Shots were fired as President Reagan left the Washington Hilton Hotel. Following that address, we carried live here on CNN.
Bernard Shaw, trailblazing black journalist covering the top events of the 1980s and 90s. He was 82 years old. Right now, the Dow is up 160. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is here to keep your car on the road with our free loaner tool program. Your local store has more than 80 specialty tools available to rent for your next repair. Refundable deposit required. Ask our professional parts people about the loaner tool program today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store, or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, because shed happens.
Store shelves of one particular item are empty in New York as people style for a pop star.
If you're feeling down, I just want to make you happier, babe.
Harry Styles fans have been lining up to buy feather boas ahead of his concerts at New York City's Madison Square Garden. Now they're all sold out at nearby Party City, Michael's, and Halloween haunt Abracadabra. Amazon is even reporting back orders on $10 to $25 versions. Hottest sellers, bright, fun colors like the hot pinks and greens, Style Sports. The New York Post says some enterprising fans have been selling theirs at profits post-concerts. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
National Football League season opens up tonight in Los Angeles with the defending champion Rams hosting the Buffalo Bills, what some experts say could be a Super Bowl preview. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
I turn it on in the morning and I leave it on all day.
AM 1230.
My music station.
KXO.
1230.